Guys of Reddit, what's something girls do that you find difficult to understand? Some girls are interested in me, and I find that hard to understand. Playing hard to get doesn't excite me, it makes me want to move on. Women grow out of that. Girls still need to learn. When I liked my boyfriend I asked him out. When I loved him I told him, and asked him to be my boyfriend. I was done playing games. I knew what I wanted, and you will find someone that knows too. Truth. I just proposed to my so. He said yes. He told me he was surprised, because the girl doesn't usually propose, but he was very happy I proposed to him. I was so nervous, but I'm glad I did it. Why do girls, some, think that making a guy jealous will make him like you more? For me it's the exact opposite result. Playing hard to get. Trying to make me jealous? Okay, cool. I'm too old for this shit. I was too old for that shit when I was 14. I'm not gonna chase you. Either be upfront about it with me or don't bother at all. When a girl's social media consists of photo caption, "Ma cute looking awful today." Replies, "You look gorgeous babe, so pretty XX, stunning." It's such a forced way of getting compliments. You know you don't look awful in the photo, why else would you upload it? Makes me cringe every time. I mean, for a serious answer, it's because society really discourages women from being vain. You can't just post a picture and say look how cute my macute came out, because then you're bragging. Plus, there's a deep-seated fear that someone will respond with no, it doesn't. Just look up the girl who responded to every guy who complimented her on OkCupid by agreeing with them. The typical response was so, you think you're hot shit huh, you're not that good looking. It's a defense mechanism. If I'm on my computer, but not wearing headphones, I can play games all day without a single word being said to me as she watches her shows. The second I put headphones on it's like suddenly everything needs to be discussed. Just talking to me about anything for no reason. Just because headphones are on. What the duck? Man, that's not just women. My roommate can go for hours without saying anything, then when I put on my headphones he'll speak immediately. And I'm the woman in this house. I'll be downstairs chilling in the kitchen when my mum cooks for a good half hour, and she won't say a word until I walk away, and I'm halfway up the stairs. Your mom enjoys your company. Why do women wait to show interest after I've started dating another woman? That's some twisted ducking logic. I kinda sorta like him, but he seems interested, so I better ignore him. Wait, he's interested in someone else? No, pay attention to me. Not saying all women do this, but I've had this exact thing happen 3 separate times. A study found that when a woman wore a wedding ring to a bar, she got hit on less than her non-ring wearing counterpart, but when a man wore a ring, he got hit on more than the ring-less guy. Basically, women like a man who seems stable, able to commit, and who other women find desirable as a mate, because that means he must be good, right? It's completely illogical, but that's the explanation I've always heard. Also sometimes a girl might think she's not good enough for a guy, then see him dating someone way worse than her, and be like, okay never mind I'm clearly good enough for him. And try to make a move. It's weird. Basically, women like a man who seems stable, able to commit, and who other women find desirable as a mate, because that means he must be good, right? It's completely illogical, but that's the explanation I've always heard. I mean, it's totally logical, it's just not ethical. How girls can be very affectionate without any mixed signals. I mean hugging, draping themselves over each other, etc. without either party being confused as to the intent. As a guy, I can hug my male friends, but generally for certain reasons, and usually in a certain way. Otherwise, my friends may wonder if I feel something more than friendship for them, and will be confused. Signals will be mixed. But to female friends can behave almost exactly like a couple, minus kissing, but will just intuitively know exactly what the other's intentions are. And before you ask, yes, I'm sure my female friends who have done this are not lesbians. Both had huge crushes on guys, and one of them told me I can't do it to a guy because people would assume we're dating. But I can do it to a girl. I really think it depends on the woman, but overall we are very affectionate to each other. From a very young age, boys are brought up to believe excessive touching is a possible sign they are gay, so they avoid it. Women don't have that stigma pushed on them. I went to an all-girls school for high school and we were all very affectionate with each other. Lots of touching, hugging, cuddling. Women are also more likely to take comfort from physical presence. We respond very well to touch. I guess the reason the signals don't get mixed is because we're so used to it. At least I am. I've also met a lot of women who don't like to be touched by either sex. My GF hates me if I gift her something and argues if I don't. My ex used to buy me gifts from time to time. What he would do is find out something I wanted but was delaying buying, usually on account of price, and then buy me something like it, but inferior in important ways, then not understand why I'm not happy with the gift. I tried every possible way to explain that I think through my purchases and decide on a specific something for actual, non-arbitrary reasons. He didn't get it. The whole support me, don't try to fix the problem thing. I just don't get it. If I have a problem and I tell you about it, I want to hear solutions. When a woman has a problem and tells a man about it, she's looking for support and understanding. It's like your house is on fire. A man would get water on the fire and make a plan to begin rebuilding the house while he's trying to put out the fire. A woman would want to cry with the owner and share stories of how great the house used to be, even while it's still burning. For me, I just need an outlet. I'm able to fix my own problems. I don't need my husband fixing things for me. And sometimes I do go to him for help. But really, after a long shitty day, I want to vent. Have him hold me and say everyone and everything sucks and I should rule all of Earth and space as a beautiful, terrifying but fair and just universe space queen. That's all any woman wants really. I absolutely hate it when I ask out a girl I'm interested in and she reciprocates the interest, gives me her number, and then all of a sudden she's busy and can't make it. We text for a little, then eventually she stops replying. If you don't want to hang out with someone, then don't agree and give them your ducking number. We give the number because if you don't, the guy asking may harass you. It's easier to give the number than ignore from a distance. Or your texting conversation didn't go as well as you thought it did. I get that totally. It's sadly something a lot of women feel like we need to do because some men get aggressive when rejected or imply that they will through body language or tone. But I also understand a guy's frustration if they actually made plans to meet or hang out and then the woman flakes. That's a different situation than giving someone their number and blocking them because they are uncomfortable with saying no in person or giving a fake number. If you don't want anything more to do with the guy after talking with them, then don't set up further plans. Not sure how often it actually occurs, but that's just rude. My GF asks me if I'm ready to leave, so I put my shoes on and start to leave. I get to the door and she's not even close to ready to leave. She still needs to put on socks, put on her shoes, get her wallet, her coat, grab her phone, etc. Even if I give her a good 5 minutes after she asks if I'm ready to go, she still does this shit. It drives me insane. That or, we need to geo right now, or we'll be late. Then in 5 minutes you're ready, and they aren't even close to ready. Two girls show up wearing the same dress. Well, one of us is going to have to go home and change. Really? Why? It's not like it's a big secret that the outfit came from Ross and there was a rack full of them. When it happens to two guys, instant buddies. Stripes. Yee, stripes. Get those super creepy long nails. I don't know anyone that finds them attractive, and it seems like they would get in the way whenever doing things. I don't want to date someone that looks like an actual harpy. I mean, it's possible they're not doing it to be attractive to you, but just doing it for themselves. I never did the super long nails thing because they're so inconvenient, but I used to do crazy intricate time-consuming designs on my nails in high school. I can't even imagine how many hours I spent doing crazy stuff I found on the internet. It wasn't to attract anyone, and my family always told me they were ridiculous and ugly, but I liked them. I thought they were fun, and it made me happy to spend the time doing them. So that's probably why. Expect us to figure out what they're mad about instead of just having a conversation with us to resolve the issue like a regular goddamn person. I discussed this with a female friend of mine when I tagged her in a picture showing how a man asked what's wrong and the woman says nothing, and he replies alright. Good night then. And it says the man failed that test. She said it's the man's job to find out and keep pushing it until she tells you what's wrong. But we know damn well that if we push it, the woman will get mad that we keep asking. I'm a woman and I will never understand this logic. Why can't people just communicate like adults?